Hello again, my friends. How's it going? It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC, and I just made a video on Spyderco knives, but I wanted to do a pocket dump video today because they're really fun. So let's just see what I'm going to carry today. I have the day off. I'm going to try to do a couple things around the homestead. So here's my carry. Pen. I don't have the notebook on me. I usually just leave it on the table. It's a little too bulky to carry on me, but at least I have a pen. Which, by the way, if you're wondering well, what's the point of having a pen if you don't have the notebook? I actually use my pen for things other than writing. It's a really good poking tool, a really good alignment tool. So I just keep my pen on me always. Bandana, of course. Wallet. Still the same wallet from Failsafe Goods. I have videos on a lot of this gear, guys, so if you have any questions, just go watch one of those, because I don't have time to go over where everything's made. Let's see, got a pry bar, of course, today from Nice Guy, what is it, Nice Guy Machine Company? Yeah, Archie. This is a really cool one. This is my favorite pry bar, ever. And again, I use this for things other than prying. This is also a spoon for me, a screwdriver, a bottle opener, of course, all that good stuff. So, pry bar, all the time. Flashlight, old school Phoenix E12, that's the one that we've got today. I haven't really switched this out in quite a while, actually. I've been using this for a long time. I'm kind of just waiting for the battery to die, and then I'll probably use a different light, but it has a bead on it. And yeah, this is Chinese made. I'm not going to buy any more Chinese flashlights, but I am going to use the ones that I have until they break, and then I'll just not replace them with something from China. So there's the flashlight, and I have a Swiss Army knife today. This is the Spartan, but it's the onyx black one. So all the tools are black. This one's really cool. We've got the little pin in there, of course, a little secret pinhole. I use this all the time. Gotta love a Swiss Army knife. And then the last thing, which is kind of the coolest part of this all, if I do say so myself, is my belt sheath from Tale of Knives. I will just bring you guys down for a second. Doop, 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 doop. Hey, it's a nut! It's a nugget! Oh my god! Nugget. Where's Mr. Baby? There's Mr. Baby. Okay, belt sheath. We've got my multi-tool and actually my pocket knife for today on the belt sheath. So let's take these out and take a look at them. The pocket knife rides very nicely in this sheath. So I actually really like this setup, and it's something I want to kind of test a little bit more. It's something I've been dabbling in as of late. So let's talk about that. So the multi-tool, we have the Victorinox Spirit X, Swiss Tool Spirit X. I have a couple videos on this. In my opinion, it's probably the best multi-tool you can buy right now. I'm not buying any more Leatherman stuff after what happened. So I really like this one. I've been using this for a very long time, every day. It's on my belt sheath every day, especially for work. This is a very nice multi-tool, a very elegant but hard use multi-tool. The only thing I will say is that the tools will fail if you spine whack them, which I don't know why you would spine whack a multi-tool, but I will say these locks will fail if you hit this hard enough. It'll just close. So that's a super bummer for some people. I don't really care because I don't there's not a single task in the world where I would have to clonk do that. There's just nothing that I would be doing like that. So this is perfect for me. This multi-tool is absolutely just the most slim, elegant, comfortable, well-made multi-tool that I have found in a long time in terms of full-size multi-tools. So Spirit X, very nice. And then today we're carrying the Reeve Small Sebenza 31 with no pocket clip. So the reason I took the pocket clip off of this was because mine doesn't really work as it's supposed to. I have tons of videos from when I tested this for a month, but my pocket clip, when I had it on, when the knife was open, the pocket clip, if you gripped the knife too hard, would move onto the lock bar and like click over, and it was rubbing. You might be able to see. Right there, you can kind of see where it was just continuously moving over onto the lock bar, and I'd have to like unclick it back to where it's supposed to go. And it was kind of annoying, so I ended up just buying this filler tab from Reeve, throwing it on there and using this without a clip. But then obviously that, it's like, well, where do you put it now? It's not clipped to your pocket. I tried just throwing it in my main right pocket with everything else, but that kind of gets like bulky, and I already have like at minimum 3 things riding in that pocket. The last thing I need is a pocket knife in there too. So I threw the tab on there and tried throwing it in my belt sheath, and it's actually working really well, and I really enjoy that. So this fits nice and snug in the flashlight portion of my belt sheath. And I don't worry about it sliding out or anything, because even if somehow there was enough pressure to push this down and out, this lanyard bead, it like rides over the side, and I've tested it actually kind of like gets caught, and it would stop it from pulling out all the way. But it fits very, very, very snug in that area. It has never fallen out. And I have a few pocket knives that I use without pocket clips, just because I don't like the clip it came with, or I think it looks better without a pocket clip, or it feels better, like especially the Sebenza. I will say, guys, this knife for me without the pocket clip feels much better, especially this inlay one. I have a 21 that I have also used without a pocket clip. The 31 with the inlay for me feels better without a pocket clip. It's very comfortable and ergonomic, and I actually really like how it looks without one. I think it looks very clean, and it just feels better for me, and I don't have that annoying clicking happening. So just for me and my work, this is very comfortable. I really enjoy using this without a pocket clip, and just putting it on my belt sheath is super convenient for me. I really like the deployment method. Like I really like having a lanyard on this and just pulling it out. I'm gonna put this back and just show you guys real quick, because I know it's kind of like an old school way of, you know, carrying a knife, you know, on a belt sheath like this. It's kind of old school, but like I will say, like just it's great. The retention is great in there. It's like really nice and snug in that pocket, nice and slim. It doesn't move like it would. It definitely takes a good amount of pressure, and then like I said, this lanyard clip kind of, or this lanyard bead I should say, kind of gets caught on that corner, and like you'd like really, like you'd really have to be pushing. Like I'm actually like pushing pretty hard, and it's still caught there, and by then honestly I would probably notice that this is falling out at that point. So yeah, it's snug, guys, especially with those inlays. This particular knife, very snug in that flashlight sleeve right there. And yeah, this guy just rides down in there, and honestly, I can get a lot done with that tool set. I really enjoy carrying the multi-tool and the pocket knife in that configuration. I really enjoy that. So yeah, that's kind of like my carry for when I'm at home, and I know I'm going to be doing some like around the house tasks and trying to catch up on things. Let me know down in the comments what you're carrying today. Let me know kind of like what your go-to tools are. Like I said, I have videos under my EDC gear playlist. I have videos on basically, I believe, all of these tools, and I say where they came from and stuff, like even down to the lanyard beads. Plenty of videos on that, so if you see something flashy that you like, just go check out my playlist and see if you can find it there. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Go use your shit, have a good day, buy a pry bar, use your shit again, and I will see you on the next video. Does anyone want to say goodbye? Zaya does not give a shit about you. Kovu does not give a shit about you. Kane, do you want to say goodbye? Maybe. Come here, buddy. Kane. There. He's saying goodbye. Say goodbye, Mr. Babies. And Nugget, where's old Nugget? There she is. Old Nug. Old and grumpy. Oh, this guy really wants to say goodbye. Can you say, use your shit, guys? Can you he say, "I'm handsome"? Oh no, he just wants to give Mama kisses. He's so good boy. He's actually one of my old dogs reincarnated. This guy's Kane. We're going off topic. I'm supposed to be like closing the video, but let's just talk about something cool real quick. So I had a dog named King who actually, in terms of looks and DNA, was nearly identical to this one. Hey, come here for a second. We're talking about you. Come here. So I had a dog named King. He was like my soul dog, my heart dog. He unfortunately had to be put down right before his 8th birthday. He had some pretty severe neurological issues that were getting dangerous. And the pack ended up actually kind of taking him out. That's a video for another day that I will make at some point, because I want to talk about like dog pack dynamics. It's really interesting, but the pack got really tired of his shit, and they actually all communicated and went after him one day, because he was so awful to the rest of the dogs. He just wanted to be in charge all the time, and he was a prick. And after 8 years, they got tired of it, and they kind of went after him and took him out. And he was like the leader of the pack most of the time, and I ended up having to put him down on New Year's Day. I'll make a whole video about that someday, because it's a very interesting thing. It was very sad, but it proves a lot about dog dynamics and stuff. So I had to put him down like completely out of the blue, unfortunately. And he was like my soul dog. Like he was extremely intelligent. He was a really good listener, and like if he was an only dog, he would have been mine and lived forever. But because I have other dogs, he was a prick to them, and they took him out. So I had to put him down unexpectedly. And as I was putting him down, I just said, "King, you got to come back to me, because I can't live without you. I can't live with you like this. And when you get better, like, come back to me," type thing. And I told him that as he was like kind of taking his last breaths at the vet. I had to euthanize him, and I just said, come back to me when you're better. Like, you go up to heaven, you heal, and when you're ready, come back to me. And I'm not kidding. Like 3 days after I put him down, my friend who I live with, Carrie, she works with dogs, and she had found a little tiny lab mix that looked identical to King, like identical. And she was like, "I don't know, like it's soon. I understand it's soon, but if you think it's right, like this one needs a home. He's coming from down south. He needs to be rescued." And I just jumped on it. I was like, you know what? I think this is right. They looked identical. I'm not kidding. They even had like blue eyes. Like, I made a collage of what King looked like as a baby and this new dog, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It was so crazy. So I just jumped on it. I adopted him. And so my boy that I had to let go is King, and now I have Kane. And I'm not kidding. It is him reincarnated. They are identical except for the neurological issues, the behavioral issues that King had. They're literally identical. They do things that I've never seen any other dog do. It's crazy. So like, if you believe in soulful stuff and reincarnation and everything, King came back to me as Kane within 3 days of him like leaving. It was so crazy. And sure enough, this guy is just like my heart. Like, I love all my dogs, but when you have a special one, like this guy right here is my boy. I love all of my dogs, and they all have a special place, but I will tell you right now, like, this one is special. And he looks identical to King. Identical. I have so many pictures where you wouldn't be able to like tell the difference, really. And the strangest thing is, before King had passed, my friend has King's brother, and she did a DNA test on King's brother Georgie. She sent me the DNA test, so I have the like family tree of King. And for my birthday, my roommates Nicole and Carrie and stuff, they got me a DNA test for Kane to test him and see what he was. Near identical DNA. And King I had gotten locally. I had rescued him myself locally from like just a really shitty situation. So King was rescued from here in New Hampshire. Kane came from down south and got transported up here to Connecticut, and then I picked him up. So there's no way that they could have come from like the same mom or whatever, but I'm not kidding. like 3/4 of their DNA is nearly identical. It is crazy. So he really is like reincarnated. What a wild thing, right? So now my boy is back, and he's neurologically better. This guy gets along with every dog he ever meets. He's the most submissive dog you'll ever meet. He doesn't try to challenge the other dogs like King did. He's incredible. He's such an incredible dog. Loud, anxious, just like his brother was. But aside from that, dang near perfect. And this dog just wants to like please and work. King, jeez, which one are you? King, come here, buddy. Look at how handsome this guy is. Come here. Look at how handsome this guy is, and the big boy and the perfect Mr. Babies. So that's my boy. One day I'll make a video on what happened. It was a very interesting thing, a life lesson for sure. But those are my dogs. That's old Nugget. That's old girl Nugget. She's the one that's always barking and like super obnoxious in the videos. She's so loud because she's her mom was a beagle. So she's loud. Zaya's the one that looks feral all the time and she's really squirrely. Zaya, hi. What are you doing? She's like, don't look at me. I'm fucking busy. Where's Cove? Kovu is actually like kind of a wild dog. The one with the curly tail, so I'm not pointing in the right direction. Beep, right there. That's Kovu. He's a really cool dog. He's like pretty wild, so he could like scale this fence easily. I tested him as well, and he's half husky, a quarter Carolina dog, which essentially is an American dingo, and a quarter American Staffordshire Terrier, which most people would classify as a pit bull. We're not even going to get into that right now, but he is a quarter bully breed, we'll say. So he is a strong-headed dog. But yeah, those are my dogs. Oh, and we got little Goo Goo Girl. Where is she? So Romy, Nicole's pointer, is out there. She escaped yet again to the big yard. There's Romy. She's just the sweetest thing ever. This turned into a dog tour. We did a pocket dump and we did a dog dump. Okay, now I'm really going to close the video, guys, because I have a ton of stuff to do. But go use your shit. And I will see you on the next episode for real. Love you bunches, and I love all your dogs. See you later.